In this episode, we're going to go over helping your young athlete with their body language. Hey there, I'm Eli Straw, mental performance coach and the founder of SuccessStartsWithin.com. Now I work with a lot of young athletes on managing mistakes, and especially managing their emotions and managing the frustration that they feel after they make mistakes. One of the first places that we look is going to be their body language. It's probably out of everything the easiest thing for younger athletes to change and for them to control, right? It's much easier to focus on keeping my head up after a mistake than it is for me to control what I'm thinking after a mistake. But the cool part is when they focus on keeping their head up and they focus on their body language, a lot of times the proper thinking that we're after, that's going to follow as a natural byproduct. So I want to tell you a little bit of a story of this younger athlete that I've been working with, and we've really been focusing on helping her manage mistakes. She is a multi-sport young athlete. She plays softball, plays volleyball, plays basketball. And we spent a lot of time working on managing mistakes. Now, in the very beginning, what we focused the most on was creating what's known as a thought-stopping phrase. Now, a thought-stopping phrase is something that a young athlete begins repeating to themselves whenever they make a mistake. It might be something as simple as relax, breathe, focus on the next play. It's just to remind them that whenever I'm upset about a mistake, I'm still thinking about that mistake, so I need to let it go. I need to kind of calm myself down a little bit by taking some deep breaths. Then I need to refocus on the next play because I know that I can't make the next play well if I'm still focusing on that mistake. And if I'm still focusing on the mistake, I'm probably not going to make the next play well. Now, that thought-stopping phrase, it really helped her. But as we continued to work together, she was showing that her body language still wasn't what it needed to be in order for her to really move on from these mistakes as well as she wanted to. In her head, she was using the thought-stopping phrase, but other people could still tell that she was upset because she was allowing her body language to show her frustration. Now, as we were looking at how she could improve her body language, something really stuck out. And this is the tip that I hope will really help you when it comes to helping your young athlete with their body language. And it's that it went beyond her just trying to keep her head up or, have really good body language. What actually made the change for her was when I asked her, what is your body language like normally, right? When you normally don't make a mistake and you're playing normally. Now, she was in volleyball at the time when we were talking about this, so she said she was just kind of ready for the next ball, right? Ready for the next serve, just kind of normal, I'm ready to play body language. So what made the most sense for her was when I said, okay, after you make a mistake, all I want you to focus on now is being ready for that next ball. That's it. And by her focusing on being ready for the next ball, what that did was it put her in a better body language. So other people, when they saw her, and especially her coaches and her parents, when they saw her, they could tell that, okay, she looks like she's in a really ready position to get that next ball. So that mistake must not have bothered her. Now, the mistakes were still bothering her, but she was still using the thought-stopping phrase, and so that was helping a little bit. But the coolest part of this was that when she really was focusing on being ready for that next ball, she wasn't focusing so much on the mistake anymore. And I think that helped so much more than just saying, hey, have better body language. I want you to focus on having better body language because it made sense that, well, when I don't make a mistake, I have normal body language. So I don't need to have better body language. I just need to have normal body language and be ready for that next play. We can start to translate this to softball or baseball because if it's a batter, they swing and miss and they're feeling frustrated and have bad body language, what they would need to focus on was getting in the batter's box and being ready for that next pitch. Same thing if you're in the field, you make an error, don't have bad body language, just get in your ready position, be ready for that next pitch. And it's by focusing on this action where I've found younger athletes having the most success with having better body language, but then, more importantly, being able to move on quickly from those mistakes. So what I hope you can take from this is that if you're working with a younger athlete on having better body language, instead of just saying have better body language or have more positive body language, really help them identify what kind of body language they have when they're playing their best, and then give them something actionable to focus on when it comes to having better body language. Being in that ready position, being ready for that next ball, having a good batting stance at the plate, whatever it might be. Now, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new episodes each week on helping your young athlete build mental toughness.